Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the first episode of Girls und Panzer. So, this is a Patreon-powered reaction, which means it's a reaction that was requested by one of my Patreon supporters who was at a high enough reward tier to do so. If you're interested in learning more about how that works, you can head over to my Patreon, which is linked in the description box below. So, this series. I usually try to go into shows like this as blind as I can, so I don't know exactly what to expect. But I do know it involves girls and tanks. And judging by the cover art on MyAnimeLIst, they seem to be wearing school uniforms, so taking place at a school, a tank driving school, I assume. And like 5 girls as all part of a team working together, probably. Maybe to win some big tank driving competition. I don't know. But in any case, I know this is an anime that has been requested a few times in comments on my videos. So I was planning on putting it on a future poll at some point, but apparently it's arriving as a Patreon-powered reaction, so enough of that, let's get into it. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Looks like we're starting from the view of a tank on other tanks. Yeah, like a triangle. Near perfect. So not quite perfect. Well, if you can't penetrate from the front, you know what to do. Oh. Apparently they were away from the tank and scouting out, so that's what their commentary was coming from. So I guess we're starting right into the tank action. Just starting with this first-person view of the tank. It would be fun if the entire anime was just from the perspective of the tanks themselves. I know it's not going to happen, but it's a funny idea I had, and is that really a pink tank? I guess they get to customize their tanks. I guess that's fun. Although, usually you want to go for something a bit more camouflage-like with tanks, but, you know, points for creativity, I guess. Just don't complain when most of the tank fire ends up on the pink tank. And hopefully this doesn't make me motion sick. Because I feel like I'm playing a video game right now. Please at least drive straight, that's all I ask. Or rather, keep the camera straight. They just all pop their heads out. Okay. So it's a team made up of multiple squads. But that's a lot of characters. I'm gonna have to remember a lot of names, aren't I? Shoot them? Oh. Oh no, that sounds horrible. But yeah, just do your best. That's all anyone can ask. Well, more than she does. There they are. uh, sorry about that. No hard feelings. Yeah, that's definitely a smart move. She sounds so concerned. Oh wow, that one almost hit the camera. I want to get back in the tank. That can't be safe. Even if this is just like a competition or something, that's not safe. Uh, either we just got a flashback just now, or that was a dream. I assume the former. Yeah, she wouldn't dream about tanks. But yeah. I assume that first email was just a flash forward and now we're gonna get to that point. That poor teddy bear, what has he went through? Okay. Taekwondo. I sure. I guess it's what they call the art of piloting tanks. And sure, why not? Well, we went to a lot more peaceful than we were earlier. Oh, you really should pay attention. Who would trust you in a tank? Are you gonna follow them? Well, if they go to the same school, I guess they would. I guess you would. Interesting school uniforms, though. Like, I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of green, but it does look pretty good, though. Starting to get the impression she lives a hard life. Miho. I'm not gonna remember names in the first episode, but I'll at least make steps towards that goal. Hey, got a joke. Are you talking to me? I assume so, since they were in the same tank. Yeah, let's try that again. With me... About what? Joining their team? So they do know about this girl. Saudi. Oh, she already knows? Nice. It's not weird at all. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anyone take making friends so seriously. I would prefer that. It's much easier to remember. Wow. Does she have a fetish for friend making? Yeah, that's good though. Eating natto over there. Wow, 5 timing. I feel like this is something she doesn't want to talk about. Yeah. Evil people? Well, that was brief. Yeah, about to say, you kind of are. Wow. What a horrible problem to have. You just get a girlfriend and tell them you don't swing that way. Yeah, I don't think that's hitting on you. Well, yeah, clearly. I mean, you had to be there. I do get the impression she's quite sociable. That is a good quality to have in life. Yeah. When I heard someone behind me say, "Hey, Kanajo," I was just lit up. You're pretty interesting yourself. Yeah, I do like the animation so far in this show. I like this evil student council. Nice. I bet you have. Yeah, Miho is quite interesting herself. I do get the impression she's the main girl. And they just arrived. And she's so short. Bring the camera down, yeah. This can end well. I assume it's gonna involve Miho in some capacity. Yeah. More people are talking to me. Oh wow, that's not intimidating at all. Elective. Oh wow. Now she seems like she's hitting on her. Oh. Wow. How unlucky can you get? Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. Just do what we want you to do. Man, her man, her life just came crashing back down. Some highs and lows for her this episode. Something like that. Man, she just looks dead inside. Yeah, it's spreading. Yeah, it's an epidemic. Are you awake, Miho? Yeah, she clearly does not like Taekwondo. Yeah, probably. Well, I assume you can choose not to. Well, the one was getting pretty clingy there. Well, probably something like that, or it runs in the family. Okay, so it is the family. She probably comes from a long line of Taekwondo experts. What, did you get shot? And yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Yeah, but I feel like she'll end up doing it one way or the other. Then spend the night, it's fine. That's probably not good. Yeah, I'm going with probably not good. Yeah, I bet. Uh, Orientation of Taekwondo, I take it. I love the way the one students are standing. Like they're trying to guard the stage. Yeah, Taekwondo. So Senshido is what it's called in Japanese. I don't know if I'll use that or the translation. I'll have to think about that. Martial arts with tanks does sound weird, though. Like, isn't it just normal tank battles? Will it really? Because it feels a little bit propaganda-y. Yeah, you can't sleep through that. Or maybe you can. What do I know? I'm not I'm not convinced that that's how that works at all. Because you very much sound like a snake oil salesman right now. I mean, yeah, after an argument like that, why wouldn't you? Step up maintenance. That's amazing. Yeah, it sounds a lot not true. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So why was it, like, disbanded before? A lot of animation there. Oh, 200. Wow, they really do want people to sign up, and that got her attention. I mean, after an offer like that, I probably wouldn't pass it either. Do they? Do you? Yeah, but she also said she hated Taekwondo and did not want to do it. A little bit different than Taekwondo. I think a lot of things in life are more active than that. Don't have to choose. Tank warfare. She's gonna get peer pressured into it, isn't she? Man, a lot of people like touching Miho today. You know, while trying to get her into Taekwondo. But she does not want to do it. What has she done to that poor bear that has bandages? Oh, so that's what happened with her. A very bad tank experience. Incense ceremony. Are they sitting in the same chair? I think they are. Yeah, if they're your friends, they're not gonna force you to do what you don't want to do. But that's just gonna make her feel bad. Well, yeah, but I think that might be being a little bit too considerate of Neho's feelings if you go that far. I'm getting a real feel for Saori's personality. They said that, but... Yeah, why would a guy drive a tank? That is silly. Poor Miho. Yeah, try to drown out the tank talk. No, not again. They're not gonna give up on this. I should point out I really know basically nothing about tanks, so don't expect any in-depth commentary about tanks from me. Probably should have said that earlier. How dare you not sign up for the elective we told you to sign up for? I like how they're holding her hands for support. That's exactly what she's trying to do. You tell him. Wow, we're really going there. That's very dirty. Yeah, it really is. But I think this is going to be the push that gets her to join. But trauma is not an easy thing to get over. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course you're gonna do it. There's just so many forces are kind of pushing her into it. I mean, this should help her get over her trauma. Well, or make it worse, one of the two. And they did get ice cream on the way home. Yeah, poor Miho. Oh, wow. Yeah, have some ice cream, feel better, Miho. And if the ice cream doesn't make you feel better, the indirect kisses should. uh... Yeah, clearly a lot of characters. You. Panzer, I take it? Considering the title of the anime. I don't think they're so impressed. Well, it might just need a new coat of paint, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We saw the tanks they were driving earlier. You know, they were fine. Of course she would know all about this. Better than those girls who had no real experience with tanks. But yeah, it does look like a fixer-upper. I like that shot. But yeah, the tank anime is gonna have a decent amount of 3D. That's for sure. Like we got in the flash forward. Oh wow, this keeps going. Oh wait, they were on a boat? Are you telling me that was all on a boat? That actually gave me chills. No wonder I got comments in my high school fleet reaction to watch this show. Because this is also a high school fleet. Well, I don't know if all of that was on the boat, but... It was a very big boat, though. Interesting that we get this credits rolling thing, like, in the first episodes, you do. Like, usually this is something that happens in the last episode of a series. Like this whole thing. Having credits with a little window. Ooh, snow. Yeah, I assume we'll get more into Miho's backstory about her traumatic experience with tanks later in the series. But yeah, Might just be the boats where the tank battles take place. Getting in the tank. So that was the first episode of Girls und Panzer. So, this episode. Well, we started off with some tank battles, which was clearly a flash forward because after we got a little bit of that, we went back to Miho sleeping, and she hasn't even joined Taekwondo yet at the time of at that time. But she goes to school, and she finally makes some friends, which is great. She apparently has everyone's names and birthdays memorized just so it would benefit her when she does make friends. That's a little bit interesting. I do like the main characters, we've been given so far, especially Miho. I do quite like her. Obviously, she's struggling with some stuff as far as Taekwondo goes and her family and her trauma and all that. Because her family clearly wants her to be into Taekwondo. If it's a family thing, that's nothing new for anime. And she didn't want to do it. Of course, the student council was not exactly shy in coercing her into doing it. Just like, hey, I can't have you expelled, That's not an abuse of power at all. But yeah, her friends were trying to support her during that whole scene. But at the end of the day, it's just too much for Miho. Her friends wanted to do it, but they weren't going to do it for Miho's sake. And then you have the student council who are trying to bully her into doing it. And then you have her friends going even further, trying to defend her from the student council. And it reaches a point where it's just like, you know what, I'll do it. It's for the best, really. I mean, still, you shouldn't let outside forces force you into doing something you don't want to do, but it does kind of reach a point where you're like, fine, I'll do it, whatever. And Miho did kind of reach that point. I do feel like she will enjoy it, in spite of her past experiences, even though we don't really know 100% what they were. We did get a very brief shot of it, and you can kind of infer a lot of it. Like, probably some bad things happened to her teammates, may or may not have been her fault, or something bad happened to her, maybe both, who knows. It's something of that vein. But yeah, I do like the school uniforms, although I prefer blue as my favorite color over green. I do think they were pretty good uniforms, like not overly stylish, not too boring. It kind of struck that nice balance. And yeah, apparently the government or whatever is very into pushing Taekwondo. So the school revived their Taekwondo elective. And yeah, Miho is a part of it. The only one there with any real experience with tanks, so she'll probably be kind of a leadership position, even if unofficially, for a lot of the people. And she knows a good tank when she sees it. These tanks probably just need a little bit of love and affection and a nice coat of paint, and they probably will do well. So yeah, they also had some ice cream. That was nice. But yeah, the 3D CG, obviously not the best, for sure. But that's always been something that's bugged me a lot less than it does some other people, so, no problems with that. A lot of the 2D animation was pretty good. Like, a lot more animation, like, hand mannerisms and stuff than you would need to do for 2D anime. So, at least that was pretty good. And yeah, that twist near the end where it zoomed out, I really like that shot for several reasons. But yeah, they went into there, they looked at the tanks, and the camera zoomed out to obviously show the end of the episode. And it showed out of the warehouse, just kept going further away until it gave you that big reveal that they were on a boat the whole time, like an aircraft carrier. So apparently the whole town, everything we saw was on that boat. Like, yeah, that was a pretty good twist. So, yeah. I mean, not much more to say beyond that, aside from I thought that was pretty cool. I should probably stop shaking my monitor since that shakes the camera. But yeah, as far as my thoughts on the first episode, I liked it. We obviously haven't really gotten into the real meat of it yet, because they still have to fix up the tanks and get their squads all sorted out and everything. But yeah, I could definitely see myself enjoying the show, so. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.